Hello everybody, we are Anais Lemeteyer and Alejandro Cruz, and we are going to compare the Sendaï Media Center and the Rolex Learning Center. For the Sendaï Media Center, the architect was Toyo Ito, a Japanese architect considered one of the most innovative and influential in the world. On 2013, he was awarded the Pritzker Prize. And for the Rolex Learning Center, the architects were Sana, an architectural firm based in Tokyo, confirmed by Kosuyo Sejima and Ryu Nishizawa. They won the Pritzker Prize in 2010. Something interesting in that is that both used to work for Toyoito before. That's the reason why they think everything needs to be fluid, also because they are Japanese and they grew up with this culture.
The Sendaï Media is located in Sendaï City, which is the capital city of Miyagi Prefecture in the Tohoku region of Japan. It is located 300 kilometers north of Tokyo and has a population of 1 million people. The Rolex Learning Center, designed by Sana, is located on the shore of Lake Lyman, facing the Alps a few kilometers from Lausanne, surrounded of a dense and disparate of anarchically placed back-tack buildings that are part of the Federal Polytechnic School of Lausanne.
The Sendai Media Center is located in the town center of Sendai, Japan. The building stands out in its urban environment, occupying a 50 by 50-meter parcel with each of its four sides featuring different architectural treatments. The location of the multimedia library is in the heart of Sendai, underscores its role as a central hub for the community, offering a range of multimedia resources and spaces of public engagement and interaction.
An access road encircles the center on all four sides, surrounded by the campus of the Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne, Switzerland, on the shores of Lake Geneva and overlooking the Alps. The Rolex Learning Center is open on all sides so that people can access the building from any direction. The landscape created within the building is a continuation of the campus and nearby city landscape, surrounded of an dense and disparate of anarchically placed back-tack buildings that are part of the Federal Polytechnic School of Lausanne.
The client of the Sendai Media Center was the new elected mayor. The old mayor was accused of accepting bribes from the building sector, so the newly elected wanted to show exemplary proof of transparency and decisions making, launch a project for a multimedia library and establishment hitherto unknown in Japan. And for the Rolex Learning Center, the client is the management of the Federal Polytechnic School of Lausanne, who decided to create a learning platform that will remove the physical barriers between people and disciplines.
The Sendai Media had particular needs and requirements as a space that would house a library, borrow DVDs, exhibition galleries, and provide the free access to the internet, free and without barriers, a space filled with culture. There was no center of gravity, no gathering place for the students, and no place to socialize. Create a rallying point at the heart of the campus to contain both a template of knowledge and a large public space. This was the need and requirement for the Rolex Learning Center.
The concept design of the Sendai Center is principally an extremely fluid space. They wanted to show organic structures as posts that are the composite bodies. He inspired in something floating in an aquarium and floating and water flowing will constantly flow with air and lights.
The concept here is a horizontal layout that will cater for all functions. all the elements linked in a natural way, just as we said before about the Japanese culture. The building should haze neither up or down, the start or finish. No entrance, no openings, or no doors in the facade. Accessible from all sides.
The main spaces of the Sendaï Media Center. First, the street level contains the reception, the cafeteria, and a magazine store. He is totally extrovert toward the street. The second level has the children's library and the administration's offices. It's a very free space with its furniture defines the space. A very interesting aspect here is that the separation between the public reading area and the private administration's offices are simply and translucent curtain wall floating. The third and fourth levels are actually a mezzanine that are the book lending area and reading rooms. The exhibition galleries are in the fifth and sixth floor. Here are movable recliner panels can be arranged according to the needs of the exhibition, in a clear reference to the sliding doors of Japanese architecture. And in the last level, the seventh floor, there is a cinema and conference rooms, which are wrapped in a wall, or also, as Koyoito calls it, a membrane, made glass with curvilinear shapes that is located with its surroundings.
The main spaces for the Rolex Learning Center are the library, restaurant, forum, lobby, exhibition area, offices, and shop. All these are located in the up and down from the building, and well, we can see the location of the spaces diagrammatically.
The structure of the Sendaï Media Center. The principal structure is conformed by 30 beams of tubular steel structures covered in glass that resembling a twist organic structure similar to algae, cross and support the platforms until they protrude from the roof.
Scattered freely throughout the building, they vary in shape, diameter, inclination, and dimension while providing light to the interior. The largest tube houses the vertical circulation that connects different levels of the media library.
The structure is covered by a transparent skin membrane that allows fluid visual communication between the inside and the outside, and at times the boundary between the two seems to fade.
For the Rolex Learning Center, the structure for the balls, they will use steel tension rods. Once the curve was adjusted, the rods will be embedded in concrete. Shields will be broken down into series of arcs and laid next to each other. The low vaults require setting up a gigantic puzzle of 1,450 different sized form work tables, each with a unique geometry. These slightly rounded arches were built without the need for anything to support them. Although the danger of a general collapse was avoided, it had not entirely disappeared. A pillar had to be placed under one of the vaults. It is only one of the whole of the surface of the learning place.
For the materials, we can see that both buildings share their principal materials, steel and glass. However, from the outside, they look completely different, even though their concept of the fluid spaces in the interior and and to connect the exterior from the interior are the same for both buildings. And what makes these two projects specials?
The Sendaï Media and the Rolex Learning Center are buildings notable for their innovation and functional designs, which challenge traditional architectural conventions. Both represent milestones in contemporary design and have received international recognition for their boldness and originality.
The Sendaï media, designed by Toyoito in Japan, stands out for its focus on transparency and spatial flexibility, using independent structural columns that allow for an obstacle-free interior layout. On the other hand, the Rolex Learning Center, designed by Sana, is known for its undulating shape and vast interior space, which encourage interaction and collaborative learning.
Both buildings share the pursuit of architectural innovation, challenging traditional expectations of what a building should be and how it should function. Furthermore, both emphasize the importance of open and flexible space, adapting to the changing needs of users and encouraging creativity and collaboration.
In short, the Sendai Media and the Rolex Learning Center are inspired testaments to the power of architectural design to transform not only the physical environment but also the human experience. Thank you for your attention.